guys, thank you so much for joining us for another one of our episodes of Brewview. I am here at Gulfstream Brewing Company in Fort Lauderdale. I have the owners, Ty and McKay, with us.
Cheers. Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you for having us.
That's what we do.
Absolutely. So guys, tell me, how did you get started in beer?
Both of us have long stories with it, so I'll make it as succinct as possible. I started brewing actually a little bit before I turned 21, like the day I turned 21 in Arizona, of all places.
Okay.
Phoenix, a small brewery, and this was like the very late 90s, and I loved it. I did it for a couple years, and then I kind of left the field, but I never fell out of love with it. So I ended up getting back into it like at home, doing the one barrel system and just continuing to do that because I was passionate about it. And then eventually I met Ty, who's got another story, but that's how I got into it, was I was way back.
Met in Florida?
No, Washington.
Okay.
This is where it gets all convoluted.
Okay.
It's a long story, and we'll try to keep it tight.
Okay.
So I started brewing in dental school, actually. So I went to dental school in Boston.
How exciting.
It was awesome. Stressful, and it's stressful to be poor and also in Boston.
That sounds stressful.
So that's how it all started, though. Is we were kind of too broke to go out and enjoy the bar scene and stuff like that.
I like
school.
it.
So I had a buddy that grew up in Brazil and brewed beer with his dad. And part of his chemistry 101 class, he's a chemistry professor in Brazil. And my buddy's like, hey, I know how to brew beer. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And he's like, well, let's do it. I was like, all right. And that's how it started. We just started making beer for ourselves, and then it turned into making beer for events at the school and that kind of stuff. So, and then I moved back to Washington State after dental school.
And I had also moved back. I also had moved back up there from Arizona.
Okay.
And so we kind of converged after a decade of home brewing, or whatever it was at that time. I mean, it was. That's
Can
what it
I
was.
ask what year this was?
This was 2011.
Oh, okay, so not too long ago.
Well,
okay.
Now it feels like a long time ago. You know, it shouldn't feel that long ago.
But so we met through a dental colleague of mine whose sister works with his wife.
Okay.
And that's how we met.
And then we brewed our first batch on St. Patrick's Day. It was awesome.
Well, what kind of beer was it?
Is it a stout?
Stout? Yes.
I think so. I know we were doing. Was that or the Martin? Or was it the Martin?
Martin. That's what it was. So.
Yes, that's right.
Was it good?
It was
hell yeah. They're always good. Yeah, duh.
All right, so how'd you get here to Florida?
I moved first down here. I moved for dentistry purposes. Went and found a practice that I wanted to work in, and came down here and worked in there for a couple of years, and then ended up buying my own practice. And then I'd say 2015. We were looking for our buildings in Portland area, and I said, you know what, I need to come down here and just check out the scene down here. So he came down.
This was January of 2015. He was like, it's rainy in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Portland, it's
January,
gray.
perfect time.
He's like, you know what? Come look at South Florida. No, but it was beautiful.
No, not coming up.
I will never look back. Never look back. It's so gorgeous. So he's like, no, just do me a favor. We were going to open in Northwest. We had kind of landed on some areas in a spot that we really liked, and he said, before we sign, can you please just come look?
Yeah.
Sure.
And so we did. 6 months later, picked up, moved my family. We were all here, and then it was on the hunt for the right spot here, which was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, never look back. There's so many great things about South Florida.
A ton of locations.
Okay.
And I used to, when I was working here in Fort Lauderdale, my practice is up in Boynton Beach, but I used to drive past this building all the time. I was like, God, that'd be a cool place for a brewery. That'd be a really cool place for a brewery. And I used to go to, it was the coffee shop called before they changed
Warsaw
Coffee Company. I used to go there for lunch all the time. And we ended up calling and coming in here and checking out the spot, and the rest is history.
So you called the owner directly of the building?
No, it was a leasing company.
Okay,
Yeah.
but there was a for-lease sign, you drove past, said,
Multiple times.
Go in there.
Like, that was one of the first buildings. So like I said, I moved 6 months after, I brought my family out, and we were like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we came out, and this one, I think this building was even on the market when I visited.
Yes.
You're like, wouldn't this be cool? And I was like, yeah, we can't afford that. That's a big building. Now we're like, shit, we don't have enough space. We don't have enough space.
What's the square footage?
5,300.
5,300.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can use the bays across the way, which we've had to for storage.
storage.
It's been very solid, but yeah, you run out of space real quick in a brewery and you don't plan for.
Yeah.
So from signing the lease to opening, how long was that process?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah, give or take.
So what did that all entail?
Oh gosh.
Well, without saying the city was shitty.
The city was shitty. Okay, I
no,
understand.
there's a lot of permits and changes, and it was a lot. We expected to be a year and 3 months or so, a year and 4 months.
And it was double that.
A lot of
Close,
change orders
yeah.
that the city was asked us to do.
Yeah, a lot of
It was
regulations.
typical stuff.
Yeah,
Typical
everybody.
build-outs. Everybody said it was going to take longer than we projected. I'm like, all right, but it's true.
And especially here in South Florida, like that's been a very consistent story that we've heard from a ton of every brewery owner is like,
Just took
oh
forever."
yeah, just it's like running a gauntlet of
basically.
craziness.
Project a year, just make it 2.
Do you
Yeah.
know what business was here before?
It was a consignment shop. It was like an
Curiosities auction
a
house.
5,300 square foot consignment shop.
Apparently, yes, it did
So
auctions.
they had these bars were up here before.
You can't see the bars, but there's bars up there.
B-roll.
Yeah, sorry. We can see it though.
That's right. The bar's up there.
Yeah, right. So we can't see over there, but we can see behind us.
Uh-huh.
This is your brew setup.
Yes.
Tell me all about it.
Me?
Yeah,
You?
good,
Okay.
good.
So we have an oversized 10-barrel system, so it's 14 effective. 2-vessel system. What you're seeing in the, I guess you can't really see it, but we have our hot liquor and we also have a cold liquor tank because you have to have a cold liquor tank in Florida. Have to. In the Northwest, you don't. No.
Drug water is not cold.
Yeah, so we have, we've got, it's all direct fire, which is nice because, for us, because
What
we
does
can do
that
some
mean?
things. So we actually have gas piped in and then we heat up our mash kettle from the bottom.
Okay.
Versus a steam system that will heat through the jack. It's different. It gives us some flexibility, especially when it comes to Belgian beers and other certain
Okay.
types of things. For us, it was the right system, the right place. We didn't have to have a boiler room or all of those other things that go along with it. But yeah, so direct fire, 2-vessel system. We have 5 20-barrel unitank fermenters. We have 2 10-barrel unitank fermenters and 1 20-barrel bright tank.
How do you identify your fermenters from each other?
You got it.
So they do have names.
Really?
I think, yes. I will say what some of the names are, but I don't want to say what it is because it's always a secret when people come in and I don't want to just give it away.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
We'll start with, we have Statler and Waldorf.
Okay.
We have Animal. We have Beaker. We
Okay.
have Sweetums, Uncle Deadly, which is my personal favorite outside of Statler and Waldorf,
Rizzo?
and Gonzo.
Gonzo, okay.
That last one
may
might have
be-
given it away.
That may be given away, but there is a theme involved to the names of their fermenters.
It is. Everybody else does bands or other things or maybe numbers, and we don't want to do that. We
So
actually,
it's not bands.
it's not bands. You should actually ask for that in comments and see who comes up with it first.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe we can maybe Gulfstream can give them a gift card. I don't know. You tell
there
me.
you go.
$25 gift card for the first person who figures out what it is.
Exactly right.
And
Exactly.
with
And
a
send it to, and we'll send the gift card to my address.
perfect.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. I don't care. Yes. So
Pick it up.
yeah.
Right.
That's right.
I'll meet you here.
Yeah, and you will share. But we did just come out with the beer that you're drinking, Peach and the Electric Mayhem.
Which is delicious.
And that's also a clue to our fermenter names
Correct.
as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So speaking of names, how'd you come up with the name of the brewery?
This is you.
It was me. Yeah, we went through a lot of names.
When we came out here, Ty was like, water is so critical to our environment here, specifically the Gulf Stream. It's right here. It's everything that we do.
Clearly,
It's
water's critical in the brewing industry.
Process.
As well,
Yeah, everything we do.
Process and all that. So there's nothing more important in the aquatic world of Florida than the Gulf Stream current. So
Okay.
that's how we came up with that.
and we like fishing. He's a massive fisherman. I like sitting on the beach a lot and enjoy putting my feet in the water and enjoying the warmth of the Gulf Stream
Yes.
Yeah, there
when
you
it
go.
comes
There you
close. For us, it just made sense. We're like, you know what? Yeah, that's what it is for
And
us.
it works.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks.
That's
Thank you. Appreciate
fantastic.
And you can't see it here, but if you were to see our logo, it's very
We'll do it all.
yin yang-ish. Perfect. Yeah. So our logo is actually the 4 core ingredients of beer and energy. So you have water, yeast, hops, grain, and then you have a fire element. So we put all of those together for synergy because it's about balance for us.
Right.
And any one of those individual elements you put together, it will create a yin-yang perfect circle, which was also another cool component of this.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
We like putting little Easter eggs in places.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
cute.
Except for now it's not an Easter egg because we just said it.
That's
Wait, you're
the
wearing the
key.
shirt. Yeah, see?
He's got it. He's
Yeah.
got it right here. Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's it.
So you told me what I'm
And he
drinking.
came up with that, by the way.
Well,
Well, we came up with
Give him the
it.
credit.
It's a team. Yeah.
one had the name, one
Yeah.
had the design.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we work well together.
Partnerships.
Cheers.
What's your best seller?
This one right here, Graphic IPA.
Okay.
It has done really well for it. And one of the things that I love about this beer is I can take it to the beach when it's hot, when we talk about all the things that are South Florida. I know when I got here originally, and this is 5 years ago or whatever, there's certain
Practically
beers.
a native.
I've got a child born here that at least makes one of.
There you go.
There you go.
Yes,
There you go.
I guess. Well, I am now. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, shit, whatever that means. I'm not going anywhere.
Exactly.
I love it. So
I got married in Florida. Does that?
so that's a
Oh,
native
that-
too. Yeah, it's like boom, boom.
More
that-
native than a lot of people.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Story.
So, really, with Graphic IPA, it was kind of inspired because there's a lot of really great IPAs on the market, but especially at that time, they were very caramel forward, higher ABV. When it's hotter than the hell out, you don't really want that kind of beer. So what we did is we took kind of the best parts of things that we liked. There's a lot of things we love about hazies. So you get a lot of that whole juice forward, orange, citrus, grapefruit, all that forward, lower IBUs, but we didn't necessarily want the haze on the beach. Sometimes there's almost a little chewiness to it. So we wanted to do a hybrid beer, and that's really what Graphic is. It's a hybrid between really a West Coast and a hazy IPA.
Gotcha.
So it was a blend, and it's done really well for us because it ends up, we get all the things that we want. It's not necessarily hazy. We don't want it to be hazy, and it's not overly juiced. It's just something that you can crush and drink a bunch of. And we had no aspirations of really doing it. We were making beer for things that we like to drink, beer types, and that's what we do. I mean, we make a lot of beers for things that we are just interested in. We're like, wouldn't this be good? We like to drink it, and if we're going to drink it, turns out other people do too.
So is this your favorite?
That's my favorite still.
Your personal favorite, Ty?
I think my favorite is probably the Transplant, the Pilsner. It's a dry hop Pilsner. It is a New Zealand dry hop Pilsner, to be exact.
I have never heard of a New Zealand
Yeah,
specific.
so the hops that we dry hop it with, it's called Wakatu.
Okay.
And Wakatu gives it, it's like more of a
Lime and stone fruit, yeah.
flavor to it, and you don't get any of the bitterness out of the hops. You get more of a flavor from the hops, so it just kind of accentuates the beer a little more.
I want to try one.
Different.
Well, we'll get you one. It's my number 2 beer too. Actually, it is. It's because it's light, but it's not overly light. It's not
Okay.
like Coors Light. It's a Pilsner, and it's definitely more. We took like a German style Pils, and then we
Okay.
Americanized it by dry hopping it.
Okay.
Dry hopping it, and there's really no New Zealand style Pilsner.
No.
Now it's kind of like a tropical.
Got
so
it.
yeah, but it's all
But it sounds
Wakatu.
cool.
Yes, yeah, I guess so.
Correct.
That's all right. It's all Wakatu. We just won an award with it too, and it's
Also-
unique.
Oh, you won an award.
Yeah.
What award?
Woo! I don't know, a runner-up, bronze for Best of Florida with it.
So he won a gold medal.
Gold medal. Yes, we did win. So we've only been open. Again, I go pre-COVID because the last couple of months don't count, I guess. So we're gonna say to the point where we had to, where everything went sideways. We had entered 3 competitions, won 4 awards, and one of them, which I think I'm most proud of, obviously, well, it's the gold at the U.S. Open Beer Championship for our Brewing Royale, which is Belgian quad, and we were just ranked. Thank you, and we were just ranked 2nd best Belgian quad, only to Fire Walker Stone. And I forget that. It's like beerinfo.com. It's ran by U.S. Open Beer Championship. But I was like, hey, that's awesome. For a year. And
Is that a mail-in competition?
Yes.
yeah, we submit. We submitted for only 3
Especially
competitions.
days like these.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
3 competitions we've entered, come away with 4 medals, and every time we do different beers. So that's the other thing is, it's kind of a loaded question when you say what's our favorite beer, because most of the beers, aside from Graphic, Transplant,
Also depends
Dr.
on the day,
Dank,
too, to be honest.
we
you're feeling
rotate
like.
through beers. I mean, that's the thing that we like to do. That's the fun of owning a craft brewery or being part of the industry, is we get to play. It's not all about doing the same beer. We like to rotate and do, so we always have different stuff on, almost every week.
On a good hot day too, we make an American light lager too.
Nice.
Hold my beer. That's a really good sessionable easy drinking beer. And
I wish we had that on right now.
I
Well,
really enjoy that beer as well.
it's really rainy out right now. Probably wouldn't be as good.
Perfect for a
It's probably
hurricane.
like,
And it's gluten reduced too, which is cool. Like,
Whoa!
just
an Imperial Stout would be great right now.
Yeah.
so would a Belgian Quad, so would a Doppelbock,
Yeah.
so would a Porter, so would an IPA. Yeah. A red ale would be great too. Yeah.
Anything for me.
Anything with an ABV over 3%. Yeah.
See, this is why we work.
Awesome. So changing gears just a tad here. We're talking all about your beer. There's another thing you guys offer. It's pizza.
We do. Yeah, it's amazing.
So why pizza? Tell
Oh.
me all about that.
This is a really cool story. So
Oh, I love it.
well, at least I think it's, you probably think it's a cool story. So when we first started and we opened up, there's a kind of a uniqueness to craft breweries that have food trucks because it constantly rotates, right?
Correct.
Because you're like, oh, hey, what's new today? What's that? What we found after about a year of that is not
So
only...
you were having rotating.
Yeah, that's how we started out doing it. And as you go through, there's some amazing food trucks. And there were some that were like
Absolutely.
great, but then maybe they weren't consistent. Even though they were amazing and we loved the food, sometimes our customers didn't gravitate towards that.
Gotcha.
Or maybe they were super good, but maybe weren't as reliable either. So a
I've
wheel
heard
would fall
that.
off
Showed quite a bit.
I've heard
Yep.
the not on time.
on a Saturday, and you're like,
Crazy.
what are you
Or
doing?
where do you get your pay and money from?
That's right. We had one that like the propane. They were actually here, and there was a fault. There was a fault with the propane tank, and like we saw it, and we tried to help them out. It just gets really challenging. So we kind of opened it up
just
for a
too
period
much.
of time.
Yeah,
we
it's
opened
just
up and
too
we're
much
like,
to
Manage.
deal with, and it's an important part that's kind of out of our control.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
So we're open on a Saturday, and people are coming in and having drinks, and we have no food.
And they're hungry.
They're hungry.
yeah,
And so that's
really what it
the
was.
idea.
Where we're like, hey,
really
let's
came from.
let's find somebody who we want to partner with that really knows what they're doing, that's really good, and somebody that our customers like. So it was almost like over a period of time we kept whittling down to our favorite vendors, the ones who did
Okay.
really cool stuff. And so Tom, it's Pizzeria Magadino. It's phenomenal pizza, and so we kind of like kept going. He does everything from scratch. He uses beer and ingredients when it's appropriate,
cool.
like for certain things. It's phenomenal, and it's not just pizza. Like he does meatballs, he sous vide a ton of different things, and it's always changing. We're like,
Yeah, the menu
this
is extensive.
and we're
And it's always changing.
even though it's not, it's Tom, it's Pizzeria Magadino. I'm very proud to say that he's here doing these phenomenal things, and most people don't know it's like a hidden gem, and it's just amazing pizza. I mean, I would stand it up next to any highest rated pizzas down here for sure.
So one thing that you guys are known for is your giant, amazing, beautiful mural outside.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
I'll go on that if you want. So shortly after we opened, again, McKay and I did a lot of the work in here on our own. Weekends, most of it. Yeah, I mean, all the stuff we were legally allowed to do, we did ourselves. So lots
So
of
you're
time,
handy.
lots of hours,
have to be.
painting, making everything meticulous and all that. And I'd say within weeks of us opening, Cool Drip, the guy that does the murals, put his tag up in the bathroom on the ceiling. And of course, we're like,
Without asking.
of course.
Did
it. And of course, we walked in and we're like, oh my gosh, man, like really? And painting the ceilings is not easy because it absorbs the paint.
So
and
hold on. So he went to the bathroom, locked the door, and did
No,
some-
it's just like a little thing.
Oh,
It's still there.
okay.
It's still there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
All right.
it's his name.
Yeah.
And then McKay had the great idea. It's like, you know what? We have a lot of wall space outside. Let me go and.
Well, it turned out more like there was some other people at Eternity Drip knows that he's friends with us now.
Yeah.
But at first,
Now,
Yeah.
after he violated your promise.
No, it was. I mean, yes, but it was clearly the best thing that could have happened because
Okay.
he's amazing and he's a great friend and he's a phenomenal artist.
Sure.
So
It just started out that way.
Yeah. Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
And why is he spray painting shit in my bathroom?
Exactly.
Right?
And our taproom manager Claudio was pissed. He was like, "How dare somebody come in and do this?"
Right, right.
Fair enough. And I was like, "Well, this isn't something that somebody just does. It's pretty obvious." why don't we reach out to him? And so we reached
See
out.
what the
we're like,
what's your goal here?
yeah.
That is an
so-
amazing sales prospecting technique that I have never thought of.
I mean,
So he did.
it's aggressive, but it
It
works.
is aggressive. But how many times has it not worked?
I'm sure. Probably a lot.
I think most people would be like, "What the?"
Yeah.
So we kind of calmed ourselves a little bit. We said, "All right." So we reached out to him. I reached out to him on Instagram, and I was like, "So, am I going to have my teenage daughter paint something right next to it and make it look like hers, or what do you want to do here?"
Okay.
And he said, "Well, it was more about the side of the building. Have you thought about what?"
Wow.
Yeah, and we're like,
Wow.
Yes, but-
that's creative.
tell us what you're thinking.
Okay.
So he came out and put together some really awesome
Really cool
ideas,
stuff, yep.
and has done some amazing stuff. He's done the murals on the side of the building twice,
Yep.
2 different times. So this is
This is
rendition
round 2
obviously.
outside.
Okay.
Yeah, we love the way it pops. And what he was doing for a while was every month he would do
back.
something in the back, something new that's just kind of hidden.
Holidays.
Now he's working
Holidays.
on something a little more permanent. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every month there was a new holiday. Where it was
Yep.
Really?
So St. Patrick's Day or
4th of
Christmas
July.
or 4th of July or whatever, he'd just go and he'd paint a whole different mural on
Cool.
the back. I guess that's the west wall,
Yeah.
back west part of the wall.
Yeah.
So
that was cool. He became and still is a friend. Like we said,
That's awesome.
Oh, he's great.
How long did it take
He was
you
here
to
last
do
night.
this big one?
a long time.
Long time, yeah.
So first he had to put the main coat, do the gradient.
Okay.
There's a lot of base work, and then he ended up doing the turtle, which took him because he does it all himself, and he freehands it all. There's no projector. He just
Yeah, he just does it.
Wow.
really cool.
So he did that portion, and then he came back and put the jellyfish in.
Okay.
And he did some work in the
Yep.
front of the building. He just kind of he's creative. He's like what we
He's actually painted the roof too. So if you have
Cool.
a drone or something going over it, it
a
has
huge
its logo, his logo.
Oh, don't say that because then he'll want to buy a drone.
It's really cool. We have some-
Okay, you can edit that one out there.
next like
He loves gadgets.
Yeah, next Google Earth. Yeah, yeah.
because the next time they do it,
It's gonna be on there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Send Brewview a drone, please. We'll review it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do an unboxing or whatever.
that was what was really cool about his story, and I love it that we get to do that too, because he comes in, he's done so much work, and he's always like,
That's
"Hey, what do you
awesome.
want to do?" We basically say, "All right, we'll pay for the paint, have fun," and he does it because he loves it.
That's so cool.
I mean, we're a brewery, we can't.
Oh, literally, you paid for the paint and he just did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I mean, he
And
gets
a lot
beers.
of-
He gets beers too.
Shit ton of beer.
Okay. Hey, he's an artist.
He's phenomenal.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
He
No,
has
he's great.
he has his methods.
No, and
Hey, whatever works.
We definitely he charges too. I mean, but
Sure.
it's more a labor of love for him than
Yep.
That's so cool. Well, it definitely makes you guys stand out for
Thank you.
sure. It's super
Thank you.
cool. It's super cool.
Appreciate it.
How do you guys distribute?
Through Cavalier.
Cavaliers are our distributor. We
To
recently
liquor
decided-
stores, bars.
Mainly restaurants and bars, so we're everywhere, basically from
Yeah.
the Keys to Vero Beach.
So on tap.
Yep.
On draft.
Yep.
On draft
Oh, on-
primarily. There's occasionally we'll do special run things, like we just did a sour mix pack.
Yep.
So 3 different sours, 12-ounce cans.
Cute.
So the sour mix
Oh,
pack-
hurricane, damn you. Yeah. Get that out of here.
But see, look, like again, Easter eggs. So we do the hurricane symbol,
Oh, you sure do.
berry bombs, and the eagle is appropriate for aviation. So what I liked about these, what we did, it's a limited run. There's beers that have done really well for us that we liked, and we just wanted to do something small. So our distributor said, "We'll take them. Are they going to move? Because sour mix packs,
Yeah.
that's not really their
Yeah.
standard.
Right.
We're like, they will fly. They're going to
Oh yeah, I would love a sour mix
They're gonna
pack.
fly.
And they fly out of here too.
That's
People
cool.
buy them like crazy.
The small stuff.
That's awesome.
And they're almost gone. And really the point of the story is our distributor was like, I don't know if they're actually going to move. Like this, then they had another order. They're just like boom, 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 gone. And we if we do these
Liquor
again-
stores? Are you in a Publix?
Liquor
Are you
stores,
in?
No. It's all boutique. It's
Yeah.
for these kinds of things.
Yeah.
It's more specialty.
So guys, right now we're filming this on August 1st, 2020. We have a couple things going on
It's
here
August
in
already.
South Florida. We have a hurricane that we may be facing, although I don't think anything's going to happen.
No.
And for the last
Not gonna work.
5-6 months, we've been dealing with the COVID-19 crisis.
Yeah.
So as business owners, as someone who serves beer to the public, what's going on?
I mean, we've pivoted a lot, right?
I'm sure.
So with all the new orders that are coming in, and we've obviously just tried to do everything by the book. We do everything by the book. Not tried, we do. And when everything
Ahead of time, too.
Yeah,
like,
ahead of
stuff
time.
we've done
Yeah.
way before it's been in order. We're like, we care about science.
Yeah.
Okay.
Science matters. So we.
Yeah. And we also, obviously we want to keep people as safe as possible. So we initially, when everything shut down, we just did to go. So people drive through.
Did you do beer or pizza? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pizza and beer drive through.
Yeah. His shift was he started doing take and bake pizzas.
Oh, cool! That's a great idea.
Baked at 420, but he wouldn't do it.
He's like, no, 421.
Yeah, 425, and I was like, God, come on, Tom, do it. But they're super good, yeah.
Yes,
Totally crushed it. Like you have to adjust your model.
Yeah.
But one of the coolest things that, at least for me, was not only were we selling to-go beers, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So not only were we doing to-go beers, that was the thing. We were doing everything in growlers because that's what we had to do to stay alive.
Exactly.
And a lot of the breweries in our scenario also had to do the same thing. So
Absolutely.
So the demand was
massive
huge.
run on crowlers.
Yeah.
They were really hard to get. And what was
We actually had to have one of our. Thank you, Jason. We had to send him
Shout out to Jason.
to Jacksonville to go get a pallet.
Well, this-
A half
You're
pallet.
kidding. He went to Jackson. Wow.
I've got to roll it.
Yeah, you got to roll it back. Sorry.
So we start running out.
I'm known
of
for
crowlers.
jumping the gun.
This,
Sorry,
this
guys.
is where, like, when you talk about COVID, it's like there's so many good things that happen. Like, especially when it comes to the brewing industry, there's so many people who work together to
Yep.
help. Like Funky Buddha gave us probably 600 crowlers
Yeah.
over that.
That's
period of
cool.
time to help
Yeah.
us out.
It's
amazing.
really cool.
It's not just cool. It's
Really
amazing.
cool.
Like, just so we can continue selling.
That's wonderful.
600.
Yeah.
That's
COVID aside, I mean, that's one of the coolest things. I mean, we've obviously worked in other industries before, and the brewing industry is so unique in the fact that most people work with one another.
Yeah.
If you
that's
need
what we
something, they'll go out of their way to do it for you or help you out.
That's
we would
wonderful.
and we would do the same thing for anybody else as well. So, I mean, it just kind of got accentuated with the COVID thing where everybody's like, okay, now we really got to take care
All
of one
hands
another.
on deck.
All hands on deck. I don't care who you are, what brewery you're in, it doesn't matter. So,
So it was really cool that they did that. And
Yeah,
so
really
there's
cool.
multiple times where we were running out of crowlers, or there was like prosperity we were talking
Yeah.
about before. Like Dom hits me up and he was like, okay, well, we can get some crowlers, but it's Jacksonville. I was like, I'm gonna have a guy go up there. I'll pick up the crowlers for you.
That's so
it's
cool.
so cool.
Yeah. So our guy, like one of our employees, was just like, I'm bored. I need something to do. I'm gonna drive
I'll do
up
it.
to Jacksonville
Yeah.
for you. So he drives in a day, goes and picks up crowlers, so we can continue on.
a long day.
We had 26 degrees, which was
Yeah.
awesome too. They're like, we're gonna organize shipping. We're gonna get crowlers for you guys. We're gonna bring them down, like because they were getting them too.
Yeah.
And they're also working with orchestrated minds. And we
Yep.
had dangerous minds.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, they're working dangerous minds, but then we had orchestrated minds.
Yep.
Davey was like, hey, I need some cans. Can we help you guys out? So then we started doing that. I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah, it was really cool.
snowballed. And when you
Yeah.
see what the industry does as a whole, like in that kind of scenario, it's incredible. It's amazing.
That's so cool.
It is incredible. I mean, it's
Yeah,
an
so-
incredible industry to
It is.
to be involved in.
Yeah.
And
So
we're
you have-
very thankful for that for sure.
Yeah, and you have COVID, which sucks. Obviously,
Yeah.
it sucks and it hurts everybody, and it's
Yeah.
really shitty. It's nice to see like what people do in those times of
Yep.
like conflict and strife and
Right.
these
So
things.
they come together.
Yeah, and in an industry like this, it's been awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
Tarpon River has done
Yeah.
stuff for
Yeah.
us. And
That's
with
so
us. We talk
cool.
about,
It
really-
like,
it's
just-
really-
just so
it's
many
really
people-
cool.
Not just like they're awesome anyway.
Yeah.
Like they always are.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, hey, we're talking to somebody over here. Do you want to talk to them? We're like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole thing. Just the South Florida beer community is really cool.
It's a really
It is really cool.
It is awesome.
They're cool.
Yeah.
We're all up in it too.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm missing everybody.
Yeah.
We should talk about. But
Do you guys
I mean,
ever do brew collabs?
we haven't done any in a while because
yeah,
of
'cause of this.
COVID.
COVID, right?
Our last one was with
Park Pizza.
Park
That was in
Pizza.
Orlando,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So did you go up to them and?
They came here.
Okay, cool.
Copper Tail came down here.
Where are they?
They're up in Tampa.
Okay.
Copper Tail's huge.
That's a huge brewery. We've done with Orchestrated Minds. We did one. Well, anyway, we've done a couple. I mean,
Do you just keep them on draft in the tap room?
Yeah. Correct.
That's the whole thing. So especially like beer traders in the beer industry outside of here, they're like, ooh, super unique beers. And I always see this where people are like, oh, the rarest beers, the hardest beers to find. One of the things that I find interesting as a brewery owner, and along with other brewery owners around here, we were just talking about this yesterday, is if somebody does a 5-barrel batch of something, only doing it in their tap room, it doesn't get any pub, it doesn't get any hype.
Yeah.
But that's one of the rarest beers you can find, is you can go find somebody that's doing something one-off, and even though it's not in a can, you can do a little picture, you can Instagram, you can Facebook, whatever.
Absolutely.
But people are like, oh, well.
Speaking of in the can.
Refill time. Well, I gotta finish mine now.
Yeah, please, let's go. So people don't give enough, I don't think, realize it when it comes to the beer world, especially. Which one would you like?
Can I smell this?
Yeah, absolutely. Aviation is.
This is the cool one. It's purple.
All right, I'm coming up.
Oh, here comes our cameraman.
Okay, you choose.
Start with.
I would do the aviation, man.
Okay, do aviation. Well, I got hurricane.
Yeah,
You got a hurricane.
Okay, this is delicious. This is delicious.
We got a hurricane coming. We're good.
Yeah, this is delicious.
Have a
This is
hurricane with a
delicious.
hurricane?
So berry bombs, raspberry.
All right, so we just gave away our secret. Right there, you just saw the man behind the magic.
He's like, no, come on.
That's who makes Brewview happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
The man behind the camera.
One of the things that, like, for me, is such a big deal is you have beer traders, and you have all these people that are, also beer geeks.
Yeah.
Beer geeks that do this, that are looking for these coveted bottles, but they're still produced massively because they can find these bottles. The best thing that beer geeks can do is go out and look for their local brewery that has only done 5 barrels of something that's never going to do it again, and try to find one of those, because that's rare beer. It's not stuff that's mass produced in bottles and cans. It's that 5-barrel batch that you can only get at a facility, and you can only get it one time.
Exactly right.
To me, that's fascinating, and it's something we saw in the Northwest, and I think over time people will figure that out here. And it's just about educating the market, because right now we were a Corona town for a long time, or Bud, or
For a long time. Tarpon River, Adam Fine was one of the pioneers in bringing craft beer down here.
He drove that.
He drove the whole thing.
And it's still happening.
Yeah, it's still happening.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
And we're seeing
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
it's
getting better
since
and
we've
better.
opened.
But that's the best thing that people can do is go out and look for those. Don't look for something packaged that's coming from
Whatever.
Montana.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool and all, but it might be coveted, but what's really interesting is the 5-barrel batches that are phenomenal. They're being produced right here.
Yeah, we got a lot of good
in our
breweries down
South
here.
Florida state.
For sure.
Amazing breweries that are doing really cool shit that you can only get 5 barrels of it and it's going.
Yeah.
That's what's real.
That is. And
That's what I like. That's what we do.
Exactly.
That's what I like too.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Exactly.
So here at Gulfstream Brewing Company, how can we find you?
Hello.
That's our hot friend.
Oh, yeah, I was like, hey, you caught me off guard. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, let's go.
Can we give our hot friend a beer?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Well, you called her a hot friend. Now you got a beer. The viewers want to see it.
Real quick. Just be like,
All right, come on. Represent South Africa. We got 2 South Africans in that.
Oh, there you go. Very nice.
yeah, go in there real quick.
All right. This is my friend Chantal. If you love Pilates and you want to look like her, follow her on Instagram. Pilates with Chantal.
I would be done. If you want to see a dead guy on the floor, that's
All right. So
exactly.
how can we find you?
The normal channels.
Yeah.
You got us on Facebook. You got us on Instagram. GoStreamBeer.com.
Yep.
Keep that updated
All the time.
all the time.
Yep.
Well,
Most
there's
all the
times where it's pretty much all.
Yeah, but
it's
pretty
pretty
much.
awesome. But, the normal channels, all that goodness. That's how you find us.
Gotcha.
Come here.
Or,
Come here. What's the address? How do we find you?
1105
Northeast 13th Street,
In
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
30304.
Yeah.
And dare I say, you can bleep this out, fuck Yelp. I don't know. They're horrible.
I got you. All right. So guys, we've had so much fun. Any last words?
I just appreciate you coming out, allowing us to talk a little bit about our brewery.
We love it. We're so appreciative.
Get a little bit of our story out there, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Great.
No, thank you. Yeah, we love it. And I'll go back to what I was saying before. Go out, hit up local breweries, because that's the rarest beer you're going to find is when somebody's doing a 5-barrel batch or something, or a 3-barrel batch, or a 2-barrel batch that you can't find anywhere else, and they're only doing it once.
Yeah.
That's where the real gems are. That's where the fun really
Agreed.
happens
Yeah.
when it comes to craft beer,
100%.
especially when it's local and it's done right. I
Yep.
mean, that's what it's about.
And there's a lot of breweries doing right things down here. I mean, there's a lot of great breweries. So there's a lot of exploring to do down here, for sure.
Awesome.
That's it.
So,
All right.
well, thank
Cheers,
you.
guys.
Cheers.
Thank you for having us. All right.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Woo! That was a wild one.